They said it couldn't be done. They said Father Time was undefeated. But LeBron James just rewrote history again. With a mind-blowing 50,000 career points, the King has shattered a milestone once thought impossible. LeBron James has done what no player before him has ever accomplished. At 39 years old, he's proving that age is just a number, dominating the league and redefining greatness. From his first NBA bucket to this historic moment, his journey has been nothing short of legendary. But how did he get here? And what does this record mean for his legacy? Let's break it all down. LeBron James, 40 years old, is still out here rewriting history like a seasoned author with an active imagination. On Tuesday, March 4th, he added yet another mind-boggling milestone to his already absurd resume, becoming the first player in NBA history to rack up 50,000 combined points between the regular season and playoffs. In what manner did he do it? With a flawless three-pointer in the first quarter of the Los Angeles Lakers' commanding 136-115 triumph over the New Orleans Pelicans. Naturally, because of what he accomplished, if you intend to create history, might as well do it stylishly. Even LeBron himself seemed a little confused by the enormity of his accomplishment following the victory. I mean, that's a lot of points, he told reporters, as though the rest of us hadn't already passed out from the mere statistical weight of it all. First of all, I naturally think about my hometown, growing up, picking up the game, loving the game, and hoped one day I would be able to participate at the greatest level. I've been able to achieve that and truly love my profession, hence it is absolutely an honor. That's quite cool to observe. Quite cool might be the understatement of the century. The Associated Press confirmed that LeBron, a four-time NBA champion and a living legend, is already the all-time leading scorer in both regular season and playoff history. The man has obliterated records like they owe him money. Once upon a time, Lakers' great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was considered the pinnacle of basketball longevity, but with his 44,149 combined points now looking like a distant second-place finish, LeBron has completely redefined what's possible. Oh, and by the way, he also just tied Vince Carter for the most seasons played, 22. Unlike Carter, though, LeBron is still out here dunking like gravity forgot how to apply to him. But here's the thing, it's not just that LeBron is still playing, he's still dominating. He's not just an elder statesman sticking around for nostalgia's sake. In February, while most 40-year-olds are busy investing in better knee braces and debating whether they should take up pickleball, LeBron was busy collecting another Western Conference Player of the Month award. He put up a casual 29.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 6.9 assists per game, leading the Lakers to a 9-2 record. That's the 41st time he's won that award. Yet another record. Also, shout out to Karl Malone, who used to be the oldest player to win it. Keywords, used to be. Even LeBron's own teammates are in awe. Luka Doncic, who joined the Lakers in last month's blockbuster trade, is as impressed as the rest of us. It's amazing. Watching him do this stuff at this age, Doncic said, shaking his head in disbelief. It's just unbelievable. 50K points. I can't even explain how insane that is. He might get to 70K. You never know. And honestly, at this point, would anyone be surprised? The Lakers have gone 11-2 since landing Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, and suddenly the team looks primed for a deep playoff run. This franchise is like a roller coaster. Sometimes thrilling, sometimes nausea-inducing, but right now, it's on the way up. Records in sports are meant to be broken, but LeBron isn't just breaking records. He's reimagining the concept of a basketball career. He's not just the all-time scoring leader, he's also the fourth on the all-time assists list. You know, just in case anyone's forgot, he's not just a scorer but also a master facilitator. He remains the only player in NBA history ranked in the top 10 for both points and assists according to ESPN. His 1,548 regular season games put him within striking distance of Robert Parrish's all-time record, 1,611, and his 287 career playoff games are already the most ever. Basically, if there's a list of greatest longevity stats in basketball, LeBron is either at the top of it or rapidly closing in. And let's talk about his consistency, because that might just be his superpower. He scored at least 10 points in 1,278 consecutive games. Let that sink in. That streak started way back in January 2007. For context, in 2007, the first iPhone had just been announced. Crank That, Soulja Boy was topping the charts, and Twitter was still figuring out what it wanted to be. Since then, most NBA players have come and gone, and yet LeBron has been a walking bucket the entire time. Oh, and if all this wasn't already ridiculous enough, here's one more thing. He currently shares an NBA court with his son, Bronny James. Yeah, that's right. LeBron is still so good at this game that he's potentially on track to play with or against his own kid in an actual NBA game. If that happens, we might as well shut the league down for a day just to process the sheer absurdity of it all. What was once considered impossible now feels inevitable, simply because LeBron has made it so. Among the many voices chiming in to celebrate the moment was none other than the Lakers legend and NBA icon Magic Johnson, who took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to salute LeBron's unparalleled achievement. Congratulations to the King, LeBron James, for becoming the only player in NBA history to score 50,000 regular season and playoff points, Johnson wrote, making sure to acknowledge his fellow Lakers billionaire. Yes, that's right. Both men are not just basketball royalty, but also certified business moguls. According to Forbes, Johnson's estimated net worth is a cool $1.6 billion, while LeBron's wealth is somewhere in the same zip code. Turns out being ridiculously good at basketball can be very, very lucrative. Who knew? The Lakers organization made sure the moment received its due recognition. During a timeout, the arena announcer's voice boomed across the stadium. "Ladies and gentlemen, we all have just witnessed history." The fans immediately rose to their feet, giving LeBron a well-earned standing ovation. James, ever the humble superstar, responded with waves from the bench, probably also taking a few deep breaths because, he had a game to finish. And finish he did. LeBron wrapped up the night with 34 points, further padding his lead as the league's all-time leading scorer. For any normal player, dropping 34 points at the age of 40 would be a once-in-a-career type of performance. For LeBron, it was just a Tuesday. LeBron's longevity is the stuff of sports mythology. He's played more regular season games than most Hall of Famers, and still looks like he could run a marathon after dropping 30-plus points. He's not just outlasting his peers, he's outplaying them. He's currently fourth on the all-time assists list, making him the only player to ever be in the top 10 for both scoring and assists. He's also closing in on the record for most games played, sitting just behind Robert Parrish's 1,611. Oh, and he already holds the record for the most playoff games played. If endurance were a sport, LeBron would be its undisputed GOAT. Another ridiculous achievement is his scoring run. Beginning well back in January 2007, he scored at least 10 points in 1,278 straight games. For background, that year the first iPhone came out and prior to social media becoming everyone's preferred pastime. While whole careers have come and gone in the past, LeBron has stayed a nightly highlight reel. It's not clear at this time how long he'll keep this up. Perhaps he spends a few more seasons, perhaps he stays long enough to team with his son Bronny James, who is already banging on the NBA door. Should that occur, we might simply have to rename the league the LBNA, the LeBron Basketball Association, because nobody else has ever had a career quite like his. LeBron James's future in the NBA is one of the most intriguing storylines in basketball. At 39 years old, he's still playing at an elite level, defying the usual aging curve. The biggest question is how long he wants to keep going. He's often stated his desire to play alongside his son Bronny, which could influence his next move. If Bronny declares for the 2024 NBA draft, LeBron might opt out of his Lakers contract and sign with whichever team drafts him. However, if he stays in Los Angeles, the Lakers will need to prove they can still compete for a championship. LeBron is too competitive to waste his final years on a struggling team. If the Lakers fail to build a serious contender around him and Anthony Davis, he could take his talents elsewhere, possibly on a short-term deal with a title contender. Retirement doesn't seem imminent, but it's coming. The real question is whether he'll go out on top or slowly decline like other legends before him. Whenever he does step away, his post-basketball future looks just as bright. Whether it's ownership, media, or expanding his business empire, LeBron's influence will extend far beyond his playing days. LeBron James has just cemented his place in history, but the question remains, how much further can he go? Is 60,000 points in sight? Will he add another championship to his resume? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love witnessing history in the making, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest on LeBron's incredible journey.